So, together we were leading pretty much a huge life of destruction. We were selling drugs, using them on a daily. We were just making all the wrong decisions. We weren't taking care of our kids, and the DEA raided our house, and I went to jail for, it was a month. And then when I got out of jail, I knew that there was something that I needed to change. If I had this like epiphany because I had just lost my mom, and it was like I had to change something, because if I died at the same age as my mom, I would spend the rest of my life in prison, and my kids would never see me again. And even if I didn't die at that age when I got out of prison, I would be old and they would be grown, and I would miss all their milestones and everything. So I knew that I had to change something. I applied at numerous places, sober living and recovery homes, and something kept bringing me back to the Hannah House. I just every day would ask my counselor if Hannah had called me back for an interview. And my first interview was ridiculous. I had not surrendered to my addiction, and I had no idea what that was going to look like. So I just went with it, and I was so nervous, and Mariah was the director here, and she was so loving and patient with me. And it was a 2-interview process, and so every day after that I kept asking if she had called, and I had 2 days left before I was leaving treatment, and they had extended me a week. And she finally called. I had already accepted another offer at a different recovery house, and because I was afraid they weren't going to call me back, and she called and accepted me here. And I think that was kind of that was the beginning of the turning point for my life. I was so nervous coming here. It was being involved with something that I've never ever experienced, and I wasn't very good with like authority. I didn't know how to take advice. I relapsed like 4 days, I think, after I got here. And that was when I knew that there was an unconditional love here that I've never felt before. So instead of like shaming me, she was like, I'm gonna show you a man that's gonna love you unconditionally, and you don't have to worry about Josh. Because that's the only thing that I was worried about. He was still in his addiction, and I just wanted to follow him around and make sure he was doing what I wanted him to do. And it just wasn't working out for me. After I relapsed, I had to tell everybody in the house, and so that was hard. That was hard for me, and I was embarrassed, and they all treated me like a human being. They were like, as long as you want to do better, we love you. Like, it doesn't matter, and you can move on from this and not have to like sit in guilt. And so that was the difference between anything that I had ever experienced and what I was experienced then. And I think that was like when I started wanting to learn more about God and who Jesus was in my life, and like making that a priority.